Demon Hunter questline is just too much effort when you could just play Skull of Gul'dan instead, but the Sigil's okay on its own. The Fel package is just too much effort when you can just play Illidari Inquisitor as a finisher, but maybe Fel Barrage is okay. Peddler is just good in a Death Rattle deck. Lost in the Park is just mediocre reward with mediocre support. The token stuff is pretty good, but I don't really like the Squirrel interferes with Fungal Fortunes. Coda Mount, good buff in the wrong class. Best in Shell is insane, just an insane defense card. Oracle of Elune, good combo card without the proper support, and Sheldress Moontree is just too slow and inconsistent. Hunter questline, pretty good. I think it's just Raza Priest, right? Rat stuff, too slow and clunky. Devouring Swarm is just a good card, has synergy with Hunter minions as well. Imported Tarantula, just slow and clunky, but Kill Command is a really good card. Ramming Mount, don't like it so much. Mage questline, I think you just play it in Spell Mage, and Ignite is your finisher. Then we've got some minions. I don't really want to be playing minions in Mage. And without those synergies, I don't really want to be playing Hot Streak either, but First Flame and Fire Sale are just good in pretty much any Mage deck, particularly Spell Mage. Inkset and Courier just simply don't have the proper support right now. Paladin questline I think is pretty solid. It's got a lot of longevity to it, and Blessed Goods is good support for it. Bannerman is just insane. You play it in every Paladin deck. I don't really like the Divine Shield stuff, seems a little bit clunky, and I don't like cards that have to be buffed to be good. Noble Mount is just not high impact enough to see play, I think. City Tax is really good with the quality effects, and Lightbringer's Hammer just competes with other better Paladin weapons, I think. Seat Guidance is just a good win condition for a class that's played Cthulhu in the past. Benedictus is just good, don't sleep on Baku, but I don't think I like all this face damage stuff. Maybe the Void Shard is good enough for healing, though. The Needle is just a really good AoE effect. Twilight Deceptor is just too slow and clunky. I don't love Call of the Grave, but we might play it because it's a cheap shadow spell. Shard of the Naru is just a great card, and Elic Mount is just not a card that Priest really wants. Rogue, all the SI7 stuff is garbage. The Death Rattle package doesn't really seem to have a good payoff. Maestra is only going to affect like 10% of mulligans, but Garrote is really good in a deck that can draw the whole deck and once damage. Command the Elements, I don't love. I just don't think Shaman needs this as a win condition. Investment Opportunity and Overdraft are both good cards, but they conflict with Dungeoneer, probably not worth playing. Charge Call and Spirit Alpha I think are just weak, but Canal Slogger is insane. You put 2 in every Shaman deck. Granite Forgeborn is a little bit slow, but goes in Ellie Shaman. Tiny Toys is going to carry Evolve Shaman, but I don't think it'll be great. Volner is just insane, goes in every Shaman deck. Sometimes it's your win con, sometimes it's just a good support card. And the Gavel is good for decks that don't want to play the more aggressive weapons. The Demon Seed I think is just good in slow Warlock decks. Mountain Giants are good. Mithril Rod's insane. It probably gives you like 17 mana. Entitled Customer, Twisting Nether is good for 8. This is good for 6. Demonic Assault, just a good card in any Warlock deck. Touch of the Nathrezim is the kind of healing needed for slow Warlocks to exist. And then we have some Zoo garbage, which is garbage because Zoo is garbage. Raid the Docks, I don't really like the Pirate package, but you put 2 Harbor Scamp in every Warrior deck, and if it's slow, you probably play Cargo Guard as one of the Pirates. Lothar is fine. Cowardly Grunt is fine as well for Big Warrior. Don't think Big Warrior will be that great, though. Provoke is just a good removal for slow Warrior decks. Heavy Plate doesn't do enough, and I don't even know what remote-controlled Golem is supposed to be doing. Cornelius Rome is just great in every deck that wants card draw. Varian is a pretty good card, probably sticks in some class, good late game threat. Then we have some handlock stuff, maybe Package Runner isn't quite good enough. Then we've got some tech cards with tradable, they're just good, but still tech cards. Guild Trader, I don't really see the deck for it, but it is good. Impatient Shopkeep, hot take, I think it might see play with Varian. Traveling Merchant just doesn't do enough, even with tradable. Dungar, we already know is a good card. Pack Mule, we know is a good card because it's a chain gang with a bunch of upside. Importer and Sorceress compete with Scorpid, but they're both fine. Stockades Guard, you try it in Handlock, maybe somewhere else. Peasant, I think is fine in a deck that wants to play aggro but struggles with 1-drops. Battlemaster is a lot of damage and a lot of different decks, might stick somewhere. Forge Fiend is good for N'Zoth somewhere, probably. 3-mana 2/3s that draw cards, they're fine, they might be in some deck eventually. Lady Prestor I think is just a little bit too cute. Jackson doesn't have the support. Cheesemonger is outclassed by Ogremancer. Stubborn Suspect I think is just outclassed even in Death Rattle Demon Hunter. SI7 is a bad archetype. Skulker doesn't have enough stats. Then we have some big taunt cards, but I think they don't really do enough. Stormwind Guard would be really insane if it was 2015. Elwynbor's a meme, and so is the Farmer for support. And then these last 5 cards are just not really worth talking about, I would say.